Welcome back to News 3 Today. We are starting a new segment here. Once a month, we'll catch up with tour guide and Savannah content creator Enocha Edenfield to talk about the history of the Hostess City. We are calling it Historic Happenings, and Enocha joins us now with more. Thank you so much for being here. First off, I want to say to folks out there, the name and the face may sound familiar because Enocha used to be our executive producer of our morning shows here at WSAV.
For a long time.
For a long time, and now she just reinvented herself, and that's a conversation for another day. But we're going to talk about today. We'll start off with a hot topic that we've all been talking about for some time now, and that is the renaming of what was once Calhoun Square in downtown Savannah.
Yes. So that was something that some local historians, including Pat Gunn, pushed really hard for the last few years. And it just seemed like as soon as they made progress, we took steps back. And so finally in December of last year, the city officially took the name off of it. And then earlier this year opened up a platform for people to submit new names. And I know a lot of people feel some kind of way about this, but there's a historic precedence for this. Wright Square was formerly named Percival Square. Telfair Square was formerly St. James Square. And both of those were renamed. Wright Square was renamed in the early 1760s, and Telfair was renamed in the 1880s. So this has happened before. Like, we've changed names on squares before. It's just a part of progress and moving forward. And as you know, the city changes and as the people here change, it's nice to get new names on things.
And when we talk about the squares, you know, when General Oglethorpe founded Savannah back in 1733, there were only 4 squares.
We had Johnson, Wright, which was called Percival, Telfair, then St. James, and Ellis Square. Those were our 4 original. And he did not see the city being as massive as it is now. We, under his leadership, expanded to 6 squares, and he was thinking, wow, we're doing really great. But even after he left, we kind of kept with that plan, more or less. And so today we have 23 squares. We should actually have 2 more.
And we could have lost all of these squares entirely had it not been for one local woman.
That's right. In the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, you're seeing downtown Savannah change. A lot of people have moved out of downtown. That's when you start seeing a little bit more urban sprawl, like the mall opens up during that time. And downtown Savannah's looking a little rough. She's seen better days. And city leaders are desperately trying to bring people back downtown. And one of the many ideas that they were throwing out, because it was kind of like spaghetti against a wall, like how can we bring people back downtown, was to get rid of our squares and to pave through them, widening the roads, because now we have larger vehicles like buses and large trucks coming through. And we could have lost all of them. But there was a local woman named Claremont Lee, who was a landscape architect, who said, no, I can show you how we can repurpose our squares, make them beautiful garden spaces, and round the edges so that it makes it a lot easier for larger vehicles to come through.
And hence the beautiful city that we have now.
Yep.
Now let's talk about something. We're going to switch gears just a moment, but there's a big event happening this weekend, and that is the Stonewall Block Party in celebration of Pride Month.
Yes. So Savannah is lucky enough to have the oldest LGBTQ resource center in the state of Georgia. That's the first City Pride Center, and we don't really do Pride in June just because it's so hot here. We save Pride for October. I always joke that we do it for the ghosts, the gays, the she's, and the theys in Savannah. But because that's, you know, my thing. But in June, we are lucky enough to have the Stonewall Block Party, which commemorates the Stonewall Uprising in New York City. And that's going to be this Saturday from 5 to 10 on Bull Street between 31st and 33rd Streets.
Okay, and for all things Enocha Edenfield, you can check out her tour. Here's the information on your screen. She provides private tours, family-friendly and dog-friendly by request. Adults $25, children 5 to 13, $10. Kids under 5 get in free. There's a number you need to call. Thank you so much for joining us. You know everything, all the things. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.